Welcome, race fans, to the Hammer Down Racing Report. Coming at you live from the Ron Miller Race Cars Hammer Down Racing Report studio. It's the Hammer Down Racing Report for Thursday, October 20th. Show number 253. I was gonna ask you. We had some time too. I got a strobe light and fog machine. Was gonna do the whole Halloween thing. Maybe we'll do that next week.
Ooh.
It'll be the special Halloween edition of the Hammer.
Is it going to be spooky?
It could be.
Ooh.
We will. Well, we'll talk more about that later.
Okay.
Who we're going to have on, but coming at you live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter tonight on the show, we'll be speaking with the Fremont Speedway Stock-tober Showdown winner, Jamie Miller, also the champion in the Dirt Truck Series out there this year. I guess this is first Fremont track championship,
right?
Which I didn't realize. We've had him on before for Attica stuff.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to him about that, so it'll be a good interview.
We'll bring him on here momentarily. A lot of other stuff to talk about, the Bubba Wallace stuff. Yeah, I got an update on that Macron Motorsports Complex over in Lorraine.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, some updates.
Good news?
I would say it's not bad.
Okay, all right.
It's not bad news, so we'll talk about that a little bit later as well. Make sure you support Dominator Race Products. They support us. Check them out for hood scoops, fan shrouds, nose and tail pieces, pillar and sail panels, roofs, wheel covers, and much more. DominatorRaceProducts.com or call them 419-923-6970. Also, Oakshade Raceway, the fastest meet to race. Follow them on social media. Visit oakshaderaceway.com. The season may be over, but the awards banquet's coming up on December 3rd. I'll have to talk to Pam because they were talking about at the last race they were going to get started on doing things to the track for next year. And I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say what that was.
They were going to be doing some track improvements.
We can say that, yes. We'll go with that. And I think she was raring to go to get started on that too.
Well, and that really needs to happen early so that they can get that dirt mixed in with what was there and all knit together, and it can have winter to fill in the holes.
Okay. Contact Freeze Frame Photos for all your racing photo needs. Did you see the snow today?
I did.
Yeah, there were snowflakes outside my window.
And it's going to be, what, mid-70s, upper 70s this weekend?
Yes.
Yeah.
But the snow is an indication of
things to come.
Things to come, like Christmas. And what kind of cool gift would the race fan in your family like to receive? How about something from Freeze Frame Photos? A custom made. They could do ornaments. They could do license frame. They got all kinds of custom items they can create with any kind of picture, any driver, whatever you want.
Yeah, but a custom ornament lasts for Christmas.
Well, yeah, the calendar lasts all year.
Calendar lasts all year.
And you get to choose all the photos in it.
Wow, Charlie does great work.
There you go. And they're not too expensive, and they can get the turnarounds real quick. You would think that's like a 6 to 8 week turnaround thing.
Oh, and you don't have to have a race car of your own.
A few days.
They can have your favorite drivers.
You can just make your own calendar from drivers from Fremont, Attica, Oakshade, wherever Charlie has pictures from. I suppose I should. Sandusky, yeah, he's been out there. Toledo. So, you can make your own custom calendar. It doesn't have to be the same driver. Give Charlie a call at 419-476-9978. You can find them on Facebook, Freeze Frame Photos online. Just search that, and you can check out all the cool knickknacks that they offer. Freeze Frame Photos, special moments, frozen in time. Also, thanks to Big D's Pizza. We'll be giving away a Big D's Pizza tonight. Ron Miller Race Cars and Headhunters Barber Studio and Salon in Perrysburg. Oh, we forgot to do something here.
Really?
Yeah, somebody forgot to connect the phone.
Oh, no.
It's going to make it hard to call Jamie here.
Is the phone connected yet?
Well, little blue light's flashing there.
Okay. Well, that's...
And we're going to click on that, and the little blue light's not flashing anymore. So we're good.
That's a good thing.
So how about we give Jamie a call now and talk about his season and his win there on Friday night at Fremont.
And it was a pretty cool win.
It was a very cool night. Are you speaking cool as in that was awesome or
it
cool
was,
as in?
when the wind died down, it felt like it got warmer, and I know that it didn't, but
Jamie. Hey, it's Scott Hammer, Ron Miller, Hammer Down Race Report. How's it going?
oh no, do any good? Oh,
So you're done, or are you just getting started? Okay. All right. Well, then I won't feel bad for interrupting you and scaring anybody away.
so that must mean that race season is over in the Miller household? Oh,
Now, there's a lot of Millers in this world, and you're not related to Ron, right?
not that we know, but we've never traced our family trees back either. You have any ancestors that came from Pennsylvania? Oh, okay.
Let's talk about this event at Fremont Speedway on Friday night, the Stock-tober Showdown. What do you think about racing the trucks with the stock cars? Would your opinion have been different? Say the stock cars dominated maybe like the first 7 finishing positions.
I think wasn't it the first 3 cars were stock cars and then a couple of trucks? Yeah, I watched the P51 truck and he kind of messed up in qualifying. He had about 3/4 of a good lap in. Yeah, that's it.
So you feel that the rule package with keeping the home track rule packages kept the trucks and the cars pretty evenly matched? I know there was a lot of talk before the race where people were saying the stock cars were going to have a big advantage over the trucks
because of the rear suspensions and the 4-barrel carburetors. It just didn't seem to play out that way. Do you think the trucks are better than they thought, or do you think the home track advantage had a big factor? I'd agree with that, but then I'm biased.
Of the top 10, 5 were cars, 5 were trucks. So that was a pretty even mix there. So would you like to see this event again next year, maybe at another track?
Scott, did you turn up Jamie's mic a little?
Well, I did.
Okay.
Hopefully, we had some comments where people are having some issues hearing Jamie, but it looks like it's going through.
It sounds good in my ears, but okay.
Technical difficulties on our end. We apologize, but Ron and I were actually speaking before the show that maybe we should call up Dwayne Hancock and have him start some kind of series with the stock cars between Oakshade and the trucks at Fremont.
Well, hey, now, which one of your 2 vehicles had the best season? And a track championship.
That's right, and I think I saw something where that was something on your bucket list was winning a track championship.
Were you surprised that you got one in the truck before you did in the sprint car? Scott's working on technical difficulties.
I apologize. If you can't hear us, hear Jamie in the live broadcast, it is being recorded. The regular podcast the audio is fine. Not sure why the stream's not going out with the phone audio. Because we're monitoring what gets recorded for the podcast.
Right. Yeah.
Version,
sounds great in my headphones.
Yeah. So we do apologize for them out there in live viewership land. Is there anything different that you would have done for this Stock-tober event, or do you think Corey put together a pretty good deal?
No, my hats off to Corey for that. I mean, I thought it was a great event, and everybody I talked to had no negative things to say about it, and everything went smooth, and they were up on the deck, before and after the races, and everything went good. I don't think you could ask for it to go any better for the first time it's being done.
Okay, sounds fair. I've only heard good things as well. And I know there was a little bit of controversy there. Not that it would have changed the outcome of the event with the second place finisher getting disqualified. Did you hear anything about that?
Yeah, I heard that he didn't have all 4 brakes working or something like that.
The according to the tech inspector, the brake line going to the right front wasn't even connected. So that was a giveaway. And he ran a great race. It was exciting to watch.
Yeah, I mean, I had a pretty good view of the race.
I'm sure you did.
I do want to thank you for not lapping me.
They were coming, Scott.
I know that. It's never a good sign when you see them holding the checkered flag and the white flag at the same time.
Yeah.
So anyway, you got your first truck championship this year, and I read somewhere, and I know we've talked to you before. I think last time you were on the show was like 2019. That you mentioned you don't like point racing. Why don't you like point racing, and has your opinion changed since winning the championship?
It's not that I don't like it. I just feel like it makes you be overcautious at times. And I just kind of raced the first half of the season with, no goal set on points. And then after midway, if we're decent in the points, then we'll kind of concentrate on it and see how we can make out.
Okay. So, what goals did you have at the beginning of this year? Did you have the truck championship in mind, or?
The only goals that I normally ever set out is just win races.
And you did that.
I know your truck owner had visions of a championship, so part of your team wanted it.
All I wanted to do is, I'm there to win races, and I feel like if you win enough of them, you'll get a championship.
Sure, if you win them all, yeah.
So how many truck wins? Was it 6, 7, 8?
I think 7.
Okay. And how many in the 305?
5 or 6.
So it's not too bad. Not too bad of a year.
Pretty good season.
Now you've run just about everything there. You actually had what was it, back in 2018? You're the first person, probably the only person, to win 3 features in 3 different classes in one night. The late model, the truck, the 305. Do you have running all 3 of those? I mean, did you have a preference in any of those vehicles?
I just like racing. I'm not really biased on what it is. I keep telling everybody when I retire from sprint car racing, I'm going to get a late model.
There you go.
Ron's excited about that.
I definitely want to get a late model. I'd like to do some serious late model racing.
So were you disappointed then when they dropped the crate late model class there at Fremont?
Kind of, but I want to get more into the super.
The open lates, yeah.
Yeah.
How soon is that going to happen?
Oh, I don't know. I got too many irons in the fire.
Too many irons in the fire.
If somebody has an open seat, I'm willing to do it.
You were You were only running 2 classes this year instead of 3.
I know on the nights I ran one, it just seemed like I didn't have to do one.
Jamie, besides the 2 classes that you won, don't you have a couple of businesses to keep you busy too?
Yes, sir, I do. And I'm about to start a third one.
Oh no. Tell us about those.
I own a $2 trucking. I mean, I got 4 trucks that run full time with drivers in them, and including myself a lot of times. And then I have a restoration shop called Fremont Shop, and we do a lot of restoration on old cars and muscle cars, and a lot of paint work on just about anything.
So you just decided to get into other things to keep. Is this going to go away after once race season comes back, or is this a full time thing?
Oh, it's all full time.
Oh boy.
It's full time selection.
So you are a little busy.
Oh yeah.
And you find time to sleep too?
Sleep. I'll be playing time for that later on in life.
So back to this night of winning 3 features and 3 classes. How does your championship? How does that rank? The championship in the dirt trucks this year. How does that rank compared to that night where you accomplished that feat?
It's awesome, but that night winning 3 divisions, that's probably my career highlight at this point in my venture.
Nice. So next year, what's the plans?
Same thing. I mean, we're still about it. We're talking about maybe getting a 410 motor, do a little 410 racing here and there, and be back in the Baker's truck again. And maybe a couple of sponsors for next year with those for car. That's pretty excited, ready to get building cars already.
Now the 410 ride will be your own car?
Yeah, we want ours. Me and Brian French will probably get something together if we decide to do that. We've been talking about it, just not set in stone yet.
That probably wouldn't be full time.
No, we would just run that once in a while if we get it all back or something.
So when
Like the Attica Fremont series.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, there was a night this year we took the 305 to Fremont, ran 410s and finished 4th.
Oh,
impressive.
did that ruffle some feathers?
Oh, that was maybe some talking.
So you're sticking close to home, just running Fremont Attica next year then?
Yeah, for the most part. If we get the 410 thing going, we might go down to English Economic or up to Butler or something like that.
Now the truck that you have, that's a Ron Miller race car truck.
And it definitely is around.
And when did you start running a Ron Miller race car truck?
Last year, we brought that truck for 10 and we never looked back.
And it's been a fun ride too. You've represented us well, and I just can't say enough good things about your driving style. You know, you normally bring the thing home in one piece.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I mean, that's kind of what we want to do. Is, be able to load it up, work on it, and, just have a general maintenance week rather than trying to rebuild everything.
Yeah. Unless it was one of those dreaded nights where the infield tractor tire found you.
Well, that might happen.
How many nights did that happen?
I think maybe one.
Just
Okay,
once.
you learned from that.
I think you would think.
So I'm trying to inflate Ron's ego here a little bit, but when you made the switch to a Ron Miller race car truck, could you tell a big difference from what you were running before?
Scott, you don't have to worry about my ego. It's inflated.
I know you got a championship truck you built. Okay, congratulations.
And rookie of the year, and
I keep saying you're gonna have to change your name from Ron Miller Race Cars to either Ron Miller Race Cars or Race Trucks or Race Cars and Trucks. Yeah. One of the two. Anyway, so any big.
Definitely a big handling change from the truck we had rated because of the Ron Miller truck. I mean, it actually gets around the track really good.
So what's better about it? Does it get more bite? I mean, what's the big improvement?
All the above.
Oh,
Bite, it turns, it handles, it does what you would, what you want it to do, and we don't make a lot of changes throughout the night. Even going from heavy, just like minor changes to keep it rolling good.
nice. Now you mentioned you had some new sponsors. You want to give them a shout out?
Not quite yet.
Not quite yet. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. I didn't realize it wasn't a done deal yet.
Well, it's a done deal, but not advertised done yet.
Okay. Fair enough. Think. Nope.
What's
Never mind.
that?
I was trying to figure out the levels here. Still
Oh,
working
okay.
on the technical difficulties. But any big plans during the off season?
No, probably just work and run.
Working on 3 jobs.
With 3 businesses.
Yeah.
and
Yeah, but get that third one rolling sometime this winter. I hope we'll see how that goes.
So the truck you drive for someone else. The 305 you're also driving for someone else. You don't have any. You don't own the cars yourself.
No, I have some invested into the sprint car thing. But, Ryan French owns the cars. I have a motor, trailer, truck, that kind of stuff.
So are you saving up for that late model with the 3 businesses?
No.
That's what the third business is for, Scott,
Is
to
it?
get the late model.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, maybe you get to race Ron.
There we go.
Or we,
On his off nights.
or we need to get Ron in a sprint car.
There we go.
Yeah, I did a practice in a 305 one weekend at Oakshade. And that was enough. I knocked that one off my bucket list.
Did it look like my first time in your late model?
No, I didn't head it towards the walls at all.
Okay. Well, that's good. I'm sure whoever owned that car was probably very grateful. Well, we appreciate the time, Jamie. Congratulations again on the I find it hard to believe that's your first Fremont track championship.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Because you've been racing for how many years now?
25.
Okay.
A lot of close calls in those. A lot of close calls in those. A lot of close calls in those 23 years, though.
Since last century. Yeah, I was looking through the points. I mean, even like the past 3 years, you were top 5, top 10, pretty much every year, going back as far as I could find records for. So for not point racing, you've been doing well in the points. Gotcha. Well,
In the sprint car, any times upside down? Oh, okay.
this year? Okay. Any sponsors that helped you out this season you'd like to give a shout out to? Okay. Well, we appreciate the time, and again, congratulations on everything you accomplished this year and in the past, as a matter of fact. So, Ron is very proud.
So what happens if we wind up building a truck for Sean Valenti? There we go.
There's a little bit of driver involved, yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, man, we appreciate it. You have a good off season. I assume you're done racing for the year then. All right.
And thanks for the great season, Jamie. Appreciate it here.
All right, Jamie. We'll see you. Bye. There you go, Jamie Miller, the 2022 Dirt Truck Champion at Fremont Speedway, and winner of the first ever Stock-tober Showdown thing. And we apologize to our live viewers again who may have not been able to hear Jamie's audio again, we can always check us out on iHeart, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever. All 392 million podcast platforms were on there.
If somebody tunes us in on Facebook, I wonder how that volume will be there.
Well, I'll watch this back afterwards and try and figure out what was going on.
Yeah.
But for some reason, it's not feeding through the board to our live stream viewers here, but it is recorded within the board here, which is what we monitor the audio from. So and it sounded good. We could hear him. So you will be able to hear him in that. That's the first time we've had that problem.
Yeah, so Dean Henry, I turned my headphones down. Is the echo a little better?
Oh, we'll have to wait like 30. We're sitting here like he's going to respond right away.
Yeah, right.
Some other notes to get here. Actually, we'll do a racing roundup first here. Fremont Speedway, only track in the area in action this past weekend. And Corey says no. Jamie Miller picking up the Stock-tober win there. The World of Outlaw NOS Energy Drink Sprint Cars were at I-80 Speedway in Nebraska on Friday. David Gravel picking up the win there. Lakeside Speedway in Kansas on Saturday. It was James McFadden picking up his first victory of the season. Lucas Oil Dirt Late Model Series. They've wrapped up their season, which I found hard to believe. It's like everything's ending.
It's the end of October, yeah. Scott.
Garrett Smith won at Portsmouth Raceway Park, $100,000 Dirt Track World Championship win, and Tim McCready had already clinched the series title. He finished second in that event. So, Lucas Oil Series done for the year. Cup Series action, NASCAR, it was Joey Logano on Sunday winning the South Point 400 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And then Saturday, Josh Berry picking up the win in the Xfinity Series, the Alsco Uniform 302 at Las Vegas
and
Motor
Joey's
Speedway.
Win was overshadowed by some
stuff we'll talk about. We got some video. Yeah. We'll definitely get to that here in just a second. Big D's Pizza Subs Chicken Ribs More. Let me start over. Big D's Pizza Subs Ribs Chicken and More in Clyde. Give them a call right now, 419-547-1444. Order online at orderbigdspizza.com. Don't forget, Big D sells Big Nut barbecue sauce and pickles in 1-pint bottles with proceeds going to the Big Nut Scholarship Fund.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Big D's in Clyde. Big on taste, not on price. Also, they are hiring drivers.
Race car drivers?
Maybe.
Ooh.
It's off season. Maybe you need a job for the off season. There you go. Make some tips. Also got to thank Ron Miller Race Cars. Give Ron a call just now. Do it after the show. 734-856-7223 for race cars, parts, safety, equipment, service, whatever. Anything a racer needs, he can do it.
Pretty much.
And beyond. Some racing news this past week. No surprise that we're getting to that, Dean. You're just getting ahead of the game. No surprise that Kurt Busch announced he will no longer compete full-time in the Cup Series in 2023. Tyler Reddick has been released from Richard Childress Racing early and will drive the number 45 2311 racing car next season. Reddick was slated to join the organization in 2024. He had one more year left on his contract with Childress. And
yeah, but nobody thought
that was going to happen.
Nobody thought it was going to happen.
And everybody kind of was thinking Kurt Busch was going to retire. He technically didn't retire. He's retired from full-time racing. So that's what's going on there. Did you hear about Speed Vision? You remember that network? It's making a comeback, sort of.
Really?
Yeah, it's going to be an ad-free, or a free ad-supported network. That's going to be coming to some streaming services this fall.
Really?
So anytime now, yeah, it'll be like, like Tubi and all those like free streaming services. It'll be a channel on there. Yeah, it'd be cooler if it had some live things. I don't know that it's going to have any live event. There wasn't much as far as what programming is going to be on there, but I guess
there's a lot of motorsports streaming channels right now, Scott. Boy.
Well,
it's a shame it's fall because we need to see some.
Rockingham Properties, the current owners of Rockingham Speedway, have told the Queen City News that plans are underway to repave the track and make other improvements thanks to the $9 million that is part of the American Rescue Plan. Track officials are hoping to attract NASCAR and other significant racing series to the facility, just like North Wilkesboro.
Ooh.
So maybe NASCAR will be making a return to his roots.
$9 million worth of paving?
Well,
Wow.
improvements, but
That's
sure.
That's big.
Yeah, I'm sure a big chunk of that's going to repave that. The class of 2023 of the National Dirt Late Model Hall of Fame was announced on Saturday afternoon at Portsmouth Raceway Park. Booper Bear, Mike Bolin, Rick Eggersdorf, Randy Cordy, Ozzy Altman, an announcer.
Yeah.
You're familiar with all these?
I am.
Okay, good. Gary Oliver,
Yeah.
chassis builder.
Chassis builder.
Okay. Ernie Elkins,
Ooh, not sure on that.
promoter.
Okay.
Those are the nominees for the class of 2023 in the National Dirt Late Model Hall of Fame. So I guess we'll find out next year. Wait, they'll be inducted next year. Yeah. While en route to Las Vegas, the Stewart Haas Xfinity number 98 hauler with cars driven by Riley Herbst was involved in an accident. The incident took place in Arizona, just a short 4 hours away from the track. The two occupants in the truck were not seriously injured. So, good news there. And we talked about
I think
this.
they unhooked the truck and the trailer.
The cars were fine in the trailer.
The cars were fine.
Yeah.
The trailer was fine.
We'll save the Bubba Wallace thing here for last
Ooh.
because we got some more stuff on that. On the heels of their 2022 season finale together in the Dirt Track World Championship, both Ty Torg Racing and driver Devin Moran announced today that they are going. Well, they announced that this past weekend that they are going their separate ways, heading into the off season and the upcoming 2023 campaign. I haven't talked to Dean. I'm sure he's got some inside information on this.
I had heard a couple of weeks ago that Ty was selling a lot of equipment, and I thought,
is he getting out then?
I don't know if he's getting out. I thought it was kind of strange that he was liquidating a lot of stuff, heading off to some swap meets. I said, well, that's weird.
That's right. Dean did say he was going to the Oakshade swap meet.
Yeah, I don't think he was there.
No?
But I think he has gone to a couple of other ones. Breaking news there?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Not at all. Not at all. News on the Macron Motorsports Park in Lorain County. I got a call from Bob Stazak. I guess there was an article in local paper on Tuesday over there. They had a city council meeting on Monday. I'm going off of memory because I didn't get any notes here. There are he's got investors now. A couple of investors.
As I remember, the township or the council was very strongly in favor of their program.
Yeah, so he's got some financial backing with these two partners, and they're trying to move ahead. I guess there's a little bit of butting heads or people not happy or want to block it due to protect the wildlife area that's there.
People not seeing the same vision as him.
As him, yeah. But these investors have, I guess they've done other big projects that have brought lots of money in to local economies in other areas. So John Deere says Ty was at Oakshade.
Okay, he was at Oakshade. Yeah. Very good.
So I guess it's nothing's happened yet, even though I do recall about this time they were supposed to have not everything open, but the cart track. So if you're not familiar with the story, check out our interview with Chris McCrone from
a year ago.
Yeah, it was about a year ago. Yeah, when all this. No, it was December, I think, is when all this came about. They were going to build a couple of kart tracks and a 3/8 mile dirt oval eventually. That was like a year or two.
The kart tracks were
the immediate thing they were going to start to build. So
the long range goal was.
So that's still happening.
Right.
Supposedly, they're still working on it, and that's the update on that. Going very slowly. Now, Bubba Wallace. So interesting and divisive actions this past weekend in the Cup race at Las Vegas, where he felt he was squeezed into the wall, and got out of actually after that came down, and the steering broke on his car is I believe what he said.
Yeah.
But the data did not show that, as he came and hooked Kyle Larson and put
in
him
the right rear, turned him straight up the racetrack.
Took Christopher Bell out of contention for one of the championship contenders, and also took himself out of the race, and then got out of the car and well, how about we just show you what happened? Does that sound like a good idea?
Yeah, if you haven't seen it already, or you'd like to see it again.
Here's what happened.
Off of turn 4 here.
And into the wall goes Bubba Wallace. And he comes back across the track, tags the 5. They're both in the wall, and the caution comes out.
That's the 20 car, and that's Christopher Bell. Christopher Bell hard into the outside wall.
Clearly, Bubba Wallace, obviously, exceptionally frustrated. NASCAR trying to get him calmed down. They want to get him in the AMR safety vehicle to get him back to the infield care center.
Anytime the drivers get out of the cars, they have to go to the infield care center, and so that's where they're headed. Let's take a look at what happened.
So down the back straightaway, the 4 and the 45 are side by side. Larson's going to go to the bottom here into turn 3. Harvick backs out. The 5 sliding up the racetrack, Bubba just feels like that the 5 didn't give him much room as he would have liked.
So, yeah.
Scott,
so that all happened.
At that point, Bubba could have, I believe he could have saved it.
Yeah, oh yeah. I'm pretty sure he could have, and they both could have gone on and raced.
In a race that he could have won.
Yeah, he was doing good in that race, wasn't he?
Reportedly.
Okay, reportedly. And I think Kyle Petty had some comments on it and kind of summed up how a lot of us feel. I know you pointed out that Kyle Larson's still on probation.
He is.
So that may be why he didn't
through the 23 season.
Yeah. Oh, is it through next season too?
Yes.
I thought it was just through this season. So this is what Kyle Larson. This is Kyle Petty had to say just the other day on this.
Too many Kyles in
There
this
is.
car.
There is.
He should have been suspended for the rest of the year. Wow. Rest of the year. The only reason he's in the 45 car is his teammate's career was all but ended because of an accident in this car that the drivers has vocalized that it needs to be safer. He turns a guy in the right rear. First, you intentionally wreck somebody. That's a suspension. He's walking across the racetrack and cars are going by him on both sides. That's not safe. That should be another suspension. Physically confronts a driver, shoves him. That's a physical confrontation. And then stands and bold-faced tells a fib, I'm being nice, to my man here, Marty Snyder, who did a great job in your interview. I will give you that. The juxtaposition of the 18 crew chief and pit crew who get 4-week suspension for a tire rolling down pit road. But let me go back. It's okay to spin a guy and knock him into the wall, and you only get 1. That is the optics of that for NASCAR, and the optics are not good.
Agree?
I absolutely do.
Okay. Yeah. Doesn't seem like it's weighted correctly there, but didn't
Scott, he hasn't won any friends in NASCAR after his overreaction for the door closing rope, which had really nothing to do with a noose. Having dozens of crew members push his car down pit road in protest.
He's kind of fallen out of
There's a lot of people that are not big Bubba Wallace fans right now.
Yeah.
And I don't believe it has anything to do with the color of his skin. I think it's all over his actions and reactions.
Was it Matt Kenseth that retaliated? Was it Joey Logano a few years ago at
Yes.
Martinsville? I don't remember what did he get a suspension for that?
I'm sure he did.
Okay, I'm just wondering what that was. So I don't know. Anyway,
And there's a huge difference between 98 miles an
Yeah,
hour
at
at Martinsville,
Martinsville,
and,
yeah.
and 170 at Las Vegas.
In the dog leg.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and was it Joey Logano actually had some comments which I thought were kind of hypocritical, sort of, because he's retaliated before, but he did say that, he could have ended Kyle Larson's career.
Oh, it certainly
Looking
could
at
have.
there,
The cars have proven to be
Not
less
safe.
less
Yeah.
safe than.
And it's his teammate, Kurt Busch, who was retired because of
Right.
the issues. So, oh well. NASCAR's got some issues to iron out there, I think. I don't think that's a done deal, but we'll see. Last week's how many competitors were going to be at Fremont on Friday night for the Stock-tober Showdown. That number was
47.
It's 45.
There were 2 cars that were there but didn't.
It was 45. The number I got officially was 45
That race.
from Fremont. We're going with 45 as the number.
That's fine.
Okay.
Go with whatever you want, but go with 47, and 2 cars did not qualify.
Where's 45?
Fine.
45 checked in, according to Brian Lisky. That's my data.
Okay.
So, nobody guessed 45. Well, before we get to that, I guessed 51. Either way, I would have won because you guessed 52, trying to outbid me.
That's right.
And he didn't, so. Our listener winner guessed 46.
Ooh.
So, he was pretty close. Guess who that was? Not one of our regular winners even.
Oh, I was going to say John Young.
Nope, Jeff Metapetigan.
All right, Jeff.
Yeah, he just wanted me to be able to practice saying his name. So Jeff Metapetigan has 30 days to claim his free pizza from Big D's Pizza over there in Clyde. So this week's how many? I was struggling coming up with a how many for this weekend.
Really?
Yeah, so I came up with how many caution laps will be in the Dixie Vodka 400 Cup race Sunday at Homestead, Miami Speedway. So I have to choose first, right?
Yeah.
'Twas 46. Corey says 46. We're going with what Corey says. So that confirms that Jeff Metapetigan was he guessed exactly right then. So congratulations to Jeff. Ron, why wasn't he not fined so open to pushing drivers? No fine, just sit out a race.
I think that comes back to NASCAR saying, "Have at it, boys."
Have at it, boys. No fines, just
I
yeah, whatever happened to that? That was like Daryl. That was during Daryl Waltrip's time calling races. With that, when the "Have at it, boys" policy kind of went into effect, but
Yeah, boy.
So again, this week's how many? Shifting gears
there-
back and forth.
A lot of inconsistencies, Scott.
And that's, I think, the big problem is the
It
inconsistencies.
really is, you know.
So, this week's how many? Your chance to win a Big D's Pizza? How many caution laps will be in the Dixie Vodka 400 Cup race on Sunday? How big's that track? That's a mile and a half, isn't it?
Yes.
So what? That's like 250 laps, 300 laps, somewhere in between there. 400. Smile and nod. We're not doing math tonight. So how many laps will be caution laps? That's the how many. Guesses are starting to come in here. If you'd like a chance to win a Big D's Pizza, put your guess in the comments of our Facebook Live.
You're looking at the answers.
Or our YouTube Live, either one. I'm going to go with... they had a lot of cautions Sunday, didn't they? I didn't watch the whole race.
It's Homestead.
Homestead.
It could get boring.
It could. I'm going to go with 29. 29 laps. Dave Kemmer... Wait, I think Dave Kemmer's saying the total race distance is 267.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think he's guessing 267 caution laps. If so, that would be a very long race.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
And you said what?
I said 29. I'm thinking there's not going to be that many. Because people will be watching for intentional wrecks. Although, no, that was St. Louis where the Denny Hamlin, Ross Chastain stuff was. But that's a similar track. It's like one of those real
Right.
true ovals.
30.
30? You want to one-up me again. I think you might have something there.
Bubba won't be there.
So there'll be less. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too, Perry. So again, you have until we'll keep this open until say noon on Sunday. So if you do listen to us on Apple Podcasts or iHeart Radio, whatever, wherever you listen to your podcasts, if you're listening to us on the podcast, not live, you can come back to our Facebook Live and put your guess in our Facebook Live video. Facebook.com/Hammerdown Racing Report. Scroll down like a post or two, put your guess in. As long as before noon, you'll be entered to win that Big D's Pizza. This weekend's Big D's Pizza racing menu, locally, we don't have anything.
Getting kind of thin.
Yeah, we got nothing. So we got no racing locally, so we have no weekend weather pit stop from Ryan Weekman.
He could tell us that it's going to be.
It's going to be nice.
Sunny and
it's too bad because it's going to be a nice weekend.
70s.
At least around here, yeah.
If somebody's really brave, put your hand up and let's go race.
John Deere wants to know: do the competition caution laps count too? Yes. Any lap that is run under caution, they do count. I forgot about those.
Yeah.
I should have factored that into my 20. Should have added some. Yeah. And you can only guess once. You can guess the same number as someone else. If we do have a tie, we'll spin the Big D's Pizza Wheel to break that tie, determine the winner. If you do guess more than once, you'll get the black flag, which is back over there somewhere. I don't think it's off camera. You can't see it.
But we can find it.
Yeah. Other series action this weekend, the World of Outlaw NOS Energy Drink Sprint Cars will be at Williams Grove Speedway Saturday night for the rescheduled final night of the Champion Racing Oil National Open, which got rained out, was it just a couple weeks ago? World of Outlaw Case Construction Late Models, they have a 3-day weekend. They have a race tomorrow night, Friday night, at Humboldt Speedway. And then Saturday night, it's 81 Speedway, both in Kansas. And then it's on to US 36 Raceway on Sunday. So 3 nights, 3 different tracks for the World of Outlaw late models. NASCAR trucks back in action in the Baptist Health 200 at Miami Homestead Miami Speedway Saturday. That's going to be at 1 o'clock on FS1. Later on Saturday at 4:30 on USA Network, it's going to be the NASCAR Xfinity Contender Boats 300, also at Homestead Miami. And of course, the Cup season Cup Series will wrap up the weekend at Homestead Miami Speedway on Sunday with the Dixie Vodka 400. That'll be at 2:30 on NBC. No Hammer Down hotline this week if you do want to call. Maybe you have an opinion on the Bubba Wallace deal. We'd love to hear it. Give us a call, leave us a message, text us, 419-318-3081. That's 419-318-3081. Call or text anytime, night or day. And if you do, we'll play it back at the end of next week's show, assuming it's anything related to racing.
Or maybe your extended warranty is...
Yeah, I get that a lot. Your extended warranty is about to end. Thanks to associate producer Dave Kemmer, contributors Matt Swanner, John Young, Doug Dock, Bob Stazak. Yeah.
What?
Nothing. I think I said, I'm not sure what I said. Doug
Oh,
Dock.
okay.
Did I say Doug Dock? Doug Dick, Doug Dock. Doug Doug. Doug Dig Doug.
Yeah.
It's been a long week. I was on vacation last week, and this week's just been dragging on forever. Make sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at Hammer Report, follow us on YouTube. Listen to us on your favorite podcasting platform, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Check us out at HammerdownRacingReport.com. If you had issues hearing Jamie earlier on the phone, again, make sure to check out the podcast. The audio will be fine there. We'll do some investigating and try and figure out what...
Make sure it doesn't happen again.
Yeah, well, and that's the first time that's happened, or we've had an issue like that. It's weird. Make sure to rate and review us. Share us with your friends. Thanks to Oakshade Raceway, Big D's Pizza, Ram Miller Race Cars, Freeze Frame Photos, and Dominator Race Products, Headhunters, Barber Studio and Salon. Next week on the show, we'll have either Larry Bowes or Jerry's going to be back.
Or maybe both.
Or both. It could be Larry and Jerry.
That'd be fun.
We're going to be talking about the Monster Mash coming up at Montpelier Motor Speedway. That is... the 28th and 29th, I do believe. They're going to run 2 complete shows. They've been going back and forth on the rules on the classes there, so we'll get to the bottom of that. I think just today they've settled back to their regular rules. But we'll we'll get the full story there. It'll be our special Halloween edition of the Hammerdown Racing Report. It'll be spooky. Don't miss that. That's next Thursday, 7 o'clock, live here on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.
We've had our homework to do too, Scott. We've got to come up with a racetrack where we can run that the super stocks against the trucks.
Like a third-party track that's neither home or not home to either of the.
I don't know. Yeah,
or are you talking about trying to get Oakshade to run one of those next year?
Oh, that's a thought.
So maybe we want to run one at Oakshade and one at Fremont, and we get Dwayne Hancock involved, and we create a whole new series.
Overall points.
There you go.
That would be really cool.
Somebody reach out to Dwayne. I guess I could probably do that, but yeah.
We could talk to him next week.
Maybe,
briefly.
yeah. Or Larry Bowes, he doesn't have much going on.
Right.
He's not doing
Five
much.
tracks, is it?
5 tracks. The Rumble in Fort Wayne.
Yeah.
It's got a little bit going on there. So that'll be next Thursday, 7 o'clock. Thanks to our guest this week, Jamie Miller.
And
again,
congratulations to him.
Yeah, and again,
pretty good year.
Yeah, in a Rymiller race car truck.
Amazing, huh?
Yes. Make sure to call our Hammerdown hotline, 419-318-3081. Let us know what you think about the Bubba Wallace deal, too. I'd be curious. So, that's it. We're out. We'll see you next
Thursday.
Thursday night, yeah.
7 o'clock.
Be there, be square. We're out. We'll see you.
You have been listening to the Hammerdown Racing Report, available on demand on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting platform.